to evaluate trigonometric functions and first discuss periodic functions. The first four functions, the period is 2 pi. That means the values repeat every time you go around 360 degrees, either go clockwise or counterclockwise. So basically, this is just going to be sine of t, because you get the same value, cosine of t, cosecant of t, secant of t. Now the last two, the period is pi, because the values repeat every 180 degrees. Whether you're going clockwise, which is negative minus this minus pi, or whether you're going counterclockwise, which is the plus. So this, if you have something like this, that's just going to be tan of t, and same for cotan of t. And we have two examples we're going to work on. So we have our quadrant is given. This is quadrant 1, which makes it nice. That means everything's positive. They're giving you cosine is 1 over 4. That means that's your x over r. And I can rewrite all of these with this 20 pi. You can, since that's an even number, you can just say that that's going around 5 times. So this has the form of t plus 2p. It's 2 pi, which just goes around 5 more times. So this is just going to be sine of t, and this one's going to be times sine of t, because the same thing is even. And then the denominators, since the period for tan is pi, there's just 3 of them. That means you go around 3, you get the same value. So that's just going to be tan of t. And so we have to plug this in. The only thing is we don't have y. So what we're going to do is find y by doing x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So we get 1 squared plus y squared equals 16. So y squared equals equals the square root of 15. I just did 16 minus 1, and y is going to be, you have to put the plus and minus here when you take the square root of both sides. So y is just going to be positive 15, because we're in quadrant 1 and x and y are both positive. So we have our x, we have our y, and we have our r. R is 4. Now we just have to fill everything else. So sine just equals square root of 15 over 4. And tan equals y over x. So that's going to be just square root of 15. So let's plug everything in. Sine of t is square root of 15 over 4. And we have 2 of them, so I'm just going to square that. And then tan is square root of 15. That was actually square root of 15 over 1, which is square root of 15. So the numerator is going to be 15 over 16, and the denominator is going to be square root of 15. Now, I can simplify that by writing this as, I'm just going to do this way. It's 15 over 16 divided by square root of 15. That's the same as saying times 1 over square root of 15. So we get 15 over square root of 15 times 16. Now, when you rationalize the denominator, I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side, even though I have something written there. I'm going to go ahead and just write this out. I'm going to erase this real quick, and I'll write it out later. So basically what we have is 15 square root of 15 times 16. So we have 15 over square root of 15 times 16. So when I rationalize it, let me make it bigger, so it's getting messy. You get 15 square root of 15 over 15 times 16. Because these two, you're just going to get square root of 15 squared, which is 15. So this cancels, and we're left with square root of 15 over 16. Now, the other problem I had that I erased was sine of t plus 6 pi times cosecant, and we're just simplifying this, of t minus 2 pi. So based on the first slide, I can, since sine is periodic by 2 pi, I'm just going to write this as sine of t. Same with cosecant, that the period is 2 pi, and I can write that as cosecant of t. And this is just going to be sine of t times 1 over sine of t. And when you multiply that across, you get sine over sine, which equals 1. Okay. Sorry about the mess on the other one. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.